Alright my friends, I'm back here in the Shed Knives shop. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jack Billings and I'm the CEO and founder of Shed Knives. And today we've got a great video scheduled. We're going to go into 5 variants of the Shed Knives collection that are in stock, ready to ship. So these are the 5 variants I have. And 5 variants, why 5? Well, it's because you guys have absolutely been killing it on shedknives.com, on all the other platforms as well. My dealers, Atlantic Knife, they've been killing it as well. Blue Ridge Knives, one of the largest, if not the largest knife distributor in the United States, Blue Ridge Knives. And man, it's just been absolutely amazing. You guys are fantastic. And a lot of you guys don't know this, but I also sell on Blade Binge. I also sell on Walmart. I also sell on eBay. So go check out in the description of this video. You can go to those links directly. And you heard that right, I do sell on Walmart. So walmart.com, you can check them out there. Now, keep in mind, before we get into knives, I ask that you keep in mind what knives and what colors interest you, because I'm going to be doing a restock here soon. So I'd like to know what knives that are not featured in the video, or maybe are featured in the video, that you like, and we'll go from there. So let me know in the comments. First things first, 2025 Resilience. This is in Coyote Tan G10. You'll notice a lot of Coyote Tan through today's video. I love this. We have a nice flat grind there and the nice jimping as well. The jimping on this knife is actually a little bit farther up compared to the other knives. And this is because I want your thumb, which I don't think anybody's putting their pointer finger or their pinky finger on here, so we'll just go with the thumb, okay? I want your thumb, the energy and the momentum of your thumb to push directly, not in the center of the blade, that would be more off this side, but right here. So that way you have a lot of cutting power and you have a little bit of that kind of curved blade there. So anyways, I could go into a lot of detail with that specific part, but I'll save you guys a few minutes. So anyways, Resilience, Coyote Tan. I also need to mention that all of these knives have the ivory white G10 liners, and these serve no real functional purpose. They just look cool. They also represent the shed where I first started making knives. The shed is painted in ivory white paint, so there's a little like shout out to the shed. So anyways, there's that. Marked SK25, comes with the Kidex Sheath, spec sheet, and sticker. I'll show this off. You guys don't see this often, but there is a spec sheet that comes with all of these knives. And if you have any further questions, you just send an email to sales@shedknives.com. If I get enough of that question, I just add it into the sheet. This one particularly is in Skewer Orange, one of my favorite colors for the 2025 collection, simply because of this finish. Sometimes you get more of a black G10 scale, sometimes you get more of an orange, just depends on the finish, and that's part of why I like it, because this is like a fingerprint. All right, so super cool. Each set of scales is a little bit different compared to the next set that I make, so very nice. These ivory liners stick out really well and they look great. So the sheep's foot has been the longest running knife at Shed Knives, and there's a reason for it. It's because it just works. It's functional, it looks good, it has a strong point, strong tip. That's why this angle is there, so that way if you need to get in, stab, pry, just whatever you gotta do, this is gonna withstand the beating. So super nice blade there. And we have this nice big triangular lanyard hole. And why is that? People love it, people hate it, mixed reviews, mixed opinions, but the reason is so you can attach D-rings, you can attach line, you can attach all sorts of stuff to this really lanyard hole, this massive lanyard hole that is, so you are ready for action no matter what. We also have jimping, sharpening choil, and these nice hex bolts right here. I believe the size for the hex bolts, the bit is 3/32, and it's an Allen key. So for reference there. But anyways, guys, there's the sheep's foot, and the box is a little bit bigger for the sheep's foot and these larger knives, so you can check that out. They come with the heat treat certification as well, and yeah, so super nice. And these knives come with free USA shipping, believe it or not. So very cool there. Now let's move on. We're still in the sheep's feet. We talked about this in yesterday's video. Is it sheep's foot and sheep's feet? You have one sheep's foot, two sheep's feet, or is it just you have two sheep's foots, one sheep's foot? I don't know. I'm gonna say sheep's feet because it sounds a little different. Anyways, bang! Sheep's foot Day Glow G10. I like how this green turned out. Again, sometimes they look super dark, like in this case. Other times it's super bright. So it just kind of depends on the knife and the set of scales, how it turns out on the CNC machine. But again, sheep's foot, super nice flat grind. I love the flat grind on this. It just looks great. It's functional. It works. And that's why I make these knives. I make these knives for people who like to head out into the field, who like to win. These are winners. These knives are made for winners and not for losers. So if you're a loser, please do not buy my knives. I'm very specific on who can get my knives and who cannot. And the winners who carry these knives, they're people who want to do better in a particular area in their life. Whether it's outdoor skills, maybe you want to learn more outdoor skills and you want to improve on that. Go to the Facebook page for Shed Knives. There's plenty of people in the comments looking to improve their outdoor skills and who are actively making a difference in that. They're actively improving their skills, and that's awesome. That's a winner. Or maybe you just want to be better physically. Maybe you want to get really good at sit-ups or really good at push-ups, whatever it may be. If you want to do better and constantly improve, that, my friend, is a winner. It's the people who sit online and spew hate and just, they haven't touched grass in ages. Those people, no, you will not see them carrying a knife from Shed Knives, or at least I hope not, because that's not who these knives are made for. Now, let's talk about the Kidex Sheath. The Kidex Sheath, so I thought we were being invaded there for a second. Anyways, the Kidex Sheath is super thick. You can get some thinner Kidex. I am not for that. I think we should go with a thicker Kidex, which is this. It comes with a nice Kidex clip as well. This sheath, it's easy to clean. You also have this big like bolster up here, and the reason for that is so you have more room to get your blade in. Because imagine this thing on your hip or on your side. It's easier to get the knife into the sheath because it works kind of like a funnel with this. So put it in, click that in, and your knife is ready to go. So it's not gonna fall out there, and that's what you want. So anyways, guys, that's the sheep's foot. I will give a safety tip with the Kidex Sheath. I always tell people this. You see that first grommet right here, okay? If you're new to Kidex, and even if you're experienced with Kidex Sheaths, I encourage you, put your hand below the top grommet, okay? So it would be this one. So keep your fingers below that. Put your sheath in, and then pull it out. Boom. What happens, people who aren't familiar with the sheaths, they put their hand too high up, and then they open the knife, and I saw it happen once, and never again. So that's a really good way to hurt yourself, and we don't want that. We want people to be safe. Knives are sharp, they can hurt, but let's be smart. Let's use our minds and be intelligent when we use knives. So put your hand below that top grommet, and as long as you hold on tight, you should be good. All right, guys, so that's the sheep's foot in Day Glow. So we've gone over Steel Orange, Day Glow. Now we have the Touitara in Coyote Tan. Actually, I do have a sheep's foot up there in Coyote Tan, but I just need to give it a Kidex Sheath. So anyways, that will be going live by the time this video is posted. Next up, we have the Touitara Coyote Tan. I love this. Again, Coyote Tan, it's such a cool looking color that You can get it dirty, you can get it gritty, you can just put it in mud, dirt, whatever, and it's still gonna look great. It's actually probably gonna look better as you use it. So these just look super nice. You also have, again, ivory white liner there, ivory white G10 liner, the jimping sharpening foil, triangular lanyard hole. And this, my friends, is a clip point. So the clip point is a super nice blade because you get a little bit of a sharper angle. And this is really nice because you get a little bit of a pointier tip with this. Don't ask me why. All I will say is that it has to do with blade geometry and just angles of stuff. That's how you get a pointier edge. But that's a whole nother separate video and topic, so we could go into detail on that. But just for today, the clip point, you get a little bit sharper point, still super slicey, still super sharp. Wow, that's a lot of S's. And then we have the nice SK25. All of these knives are heat treated to 58 Rockwell, and that says it on the heat treat certification. Just for anyone wondering, this is what the heat treat certification looks like. This is the older one. This is from when I was using Acron steel treating. Now I do all my knives in-house over there on the other side of the shop. So the heat treat certification has been updated accordingly, and the knives have been verified at 58. So anyways, guys, this is a Touitara, and this is actually just a really nice knife. Overall, it's a little bit scaled up from the sheep's foot. So the sheep's foot, you can see, is a little bit smaller, where the Touitara, I just scaled up the handle. I made the handle a little bit bigger. And that's because I noticed some people like that shape, but it's a little bit too small for them. So I thought, you know what? I don't want people to be missing out on these awesome knives. So let me give the people what they want. Now, last, wow, this is a nice knife. I don't know if I should show it to you yet. I want to take it all in for myself first. But the Visionary is back, and it's better than ever before. It looks so nice. Look at that shiny blade. The Visionary is just such a sweet looking blade, and it's a drop point, okay? The drop point is such a true field knife. It's such a true just bushcraft knife. And let me grab a piece of paper here. Get a nice shot of my face there. Let's grab a piece of paper, do a little sharpness test. This is about a 1/4 inch thick, by the way. Again, flat grind, and still slicey, super sharp. Trying to get a good angle there. And I must say, the paper is a little wet because everything's just moist because we don't have AC in here. But anyways, nice Visionary. The triangular lanyard hole is absolutely mega on this knife. Just insane. You can put your pointer finger in there. It's just crazy big for this knife. You have this perfect, and I mean truly perfect, finger groove right here, so that way you can reverse grip and you are ready for battle, ready for action. And that's exactly what you want in a big knife like this. And it's just tough. It's a sweet blade. The scales fit nice. I will say, just as a knife enthusiast, just in general, I am a bit skeptical when I see handles that are very flat and blocky like this. And I have a very good reason to be skeptical of that, because most of the time they don't feel good. But since I'm the one who literally makes this stuff, and I have that kind of already skepticism going on about blocky handles, I made sure that these are comfortable. So you can take my word for it, these are comfortable. These fit really nice. At least for me, I enjoy it, and I'm picky on knives. That's why I started my own knife company, because I wanted to make better knives. So anyways, guys, this is the Visionary, and this is the last one I have for right now in stock. So this is the last one. And Coyote Tan, the Secure Orange one, shipped yesterday and was sold yesterday. So anyways, there's that. I also like the Kidex Sheath on this. You can see the flat grind in there. You can see the grommets on the outside. It's just a really nice knife. Now, if I had to pick any one of these knives, it would probably be the Visionary, just because of how large this thing is. I enjoy the feel of a nice big knife. It's solid, it works, it's functional. You can do small tasks, big tasks. You can do it all with the Visionary. It also looks good. Sometimes on my desk, I'll just keep a knife out because it looks good. So yeah, I like the Visionary. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. I know the Resilience is very popular. All of these knives are actually very popular. It's kind of hard to not have a popular knife when you sell 8 models. It's kind of like all of them are popular, but I think you guys get the point. So anyways, this has been the 5 variants that are in stock, and actually there's 6. It's the Coyote Tin Sheep's Foot up there, so don't forget to check that out. But anyways, guys, here we are. Here's the box, and 100% USA. 100% USA production, 100% USA materials. I am not one of those companies flocking overseas to China, to Taiwan, to all these other countries, everywhere but America. It's so disappointing, but don't worry, guys. This is why Shed Knives is here, so that way I'm going to be making knives 100% here in the US with 100% USA materials. So that's all, my friends. We've got some work to do today. We've got more knives to make, and if you like any of these blades, I encourage you to go to shedknives.com. Check them out today. You can click the link in the description. They ship within 24 hours, and if you're in the USA, you get free shipping as well. So they'll show up in a few days, and the price you see is the price you pay, which is absolutely amazing. And I just want to give a big shout out to all of my Shed Knives enthusiasts. There's thousands of you all over the world, and it's amazing. I've said it before, I would rather have 1,000 loyal warriors than 10,000 fans, because the fans, just the people who are like, yay, woo knives, woo, yay. When it comes down to it, they're not going to be ready to attack. They're not going to be ready to stand for their core values. Where my 1,000 loyal warriors, they are the ones who matter the most, and they're the ones who I appreciate far more than anything else. And you, if you have joined the Shed Knives movement, I'm proud to say you're one of those 1,000 warriors. But we have thousands of them all over. So many dedicated and loyal Shed Knives enthusiasts. It's just absolutely amazing, my friends. So thank you very much for your support. I cannot do this without you. I cannot keep the lights on without your support, okay? And I'm so serious, because without you, the end user, buying and using my knives in the field, this is just an idea. This doesn't exist. So I appreciate each and every one of you for every like, every comment, every time a knife sells. I am very, very thankful for each and every one of you. So I'll stop here. We've got stuff to do today. I encourage you guys to go out there, make a difference, make a positive impact, both for yourself and your community. And if you like some knives, you know where to find them. So anyways, guys, my name is Jack. I make knives, and I'll see you in the next one.